Hello, I'm Dr. Sri Banerjee, core faculty for the College of Health Sciences and Public Policy at Walden University. And in this segment, I want to cover one of the open data sets that most people ignore. In fact, this is a database full of data and information. They provide 311, which is kind of a one-stop shop for any sort of news, information, just locations of different restaurants and whatnot. And then buildings and trees, those are extremely important. So then if you go down, scroll down, how you can get involved, new to open data. So people kind of get to not only dive into the data, but in some cases actually participate to be a part of it. And so this goes into many different aspects of that. And when you click on data, there's new data sets, and we can kind of click on that. So you have New York City at Work data stories, New York City Open Data Project Gallery, and then some of these over here, some of the local laws, Summer Youth Employment Program, Financial Services for NYCHA Residents by Development, Street Construction Permit. So these are all different sort of built environment data sets that are available here, which you can kind of use in order to understand the data. But it doesn't have to be necessarily geospatial, but this is indeed would be considered big data due to just the large volume of information that's in here. So try to go ahead and explore this data set, and then make sure you come back to this website to understand better about what exactly is contained within this data set. Just know that it exists, again, opendata.cityofnewyork.us. So that just about sums up what this is and what goes on here. One of the things that I wanted to note also, that their mission is an opportunity to engage New Yorkers in the information that is produced and used by city government. They believe in transparency and open data. So it's managed by Open Data team at the New York City Office of Technology and Innovation. And so it's a team-based approach, and the values are start with users. First step in opening data is focusing on demand. So they go and collect data where it's needed the most and treat the publication of the data set as its debut. So though a lot of work goes into making a data set ready to go live, our work isn't done once that data set is published. So opening data requires that updated errors are identified and users are able to engage and provide feedback. Encourage purposeful and easy engagement, empower agencies, integrate open data into citywide processes, learn, test, standardize, and learn again. So this is a pretty straightforward analytics, but data analytics, but it's good to go into it further. So then you have laws and reports and the dashboard. Sometimes dashboards can reveal a lot of information. So that just about sums everything up in terms of what you can quickly go through. But then again, if you want something on a deeper level, then it might be worth your while to contact them about how the system works in order to get data. So some of this data seems to be available. So that's about it. Thank you for listening. In this segment, I'm going to be going over the original paper, Trends in COVID-19 School-Related Inquiries Using 311 New York City Open Data. In the previous segment, I talked about how the New York City Open Data can be utilized from the website itself, but trying to look at what the application may be. This is a potential application where you can search for any sort of related issue related to schools, access, food, hospitals, transportation, and unemployment. So all of these terms can be searched, and the inquiries actually increased between 71%, and this was statistically significant. And then during 2020, the most common call description was coronavirus in schools, which is not surprising. So they then go through the methods, and this is something that I take a look at first when there's a methodology that I'm not very familiar with. And then you can look at the results and see how they actually conduct their research. And then if you get ideas from this, you can actually use this. I used Google Trends before to publish. It seems to work with editors and reviewers. So this is a lot of school-related calls, and you can go into that. And then, of course, the conclusion is important. New York City residents utilize the 311 call center to gain information on learning options, school health and safety, and additional resources for students during COVID-19. As a result of the pandemic, residents were seeking information on schools and unemployment at higher rates than in previous years, like reflecting delayed decisions, changing plans, and subsequent widespread confusion and concern. So data availability, this is actually there to download, and I'm going to click on it and see. This is actually the place where you specifically download or visualize some of the aspects that's good to visualize. They actually use a Python command. So January 14, 2023, 22,100 downloads, and you can find this attachment as your data set. And once you get the attachment, you can click on it and take a look and see what types of data. So there's a data dictionary, there's the cover, and okay, so this is the data dictionary. There's the agency list, and then here's the data dictionary. Unique ID, calendar date, time, agency. So these are all the calls that came in through 911. So I hope this makes sense. The agency list. So this is data from some of the local agencies and whatnot. Thank you for listening.